I couldn't believe this when it was sent to me. It blows my mind. This woman, her vagina is a clown car.
You're talking about the mother here?
39-year-old mother of 19 reveals she is pregnant with her 20th child, all with different men.
What a blown out whistle sack that must be.
And she will keep having kids until she can no longer conceive, despite admitting she can't afford to support her family.
Yeah. That sounds like a mental problem.
It's a something problem. And this woman is in Colombia. Okay. Could you imagine if she was here soaking up resources and child support checks?
Yeah. Well, we covered that.
System surfers.
System surfers.
Yep.
It's a squad.
Yeah, who wants to bet this woman and her freaking, ballet company of kids is one day going to show up at the freaking Texas border? I'm a migrant. Please take care of me and my children, mijo.
17 members of the giant family are under 18.
Yep.
Wow. And Martha receiving financial support from her government for each child.
And it
color me shocked.
She sees motherhood as a business.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, and her whistle sack is assembly line.
I mean, at this point, is she just catching stray droplets near the glory hole? Because no one's actually getting off in that bed.
That's got to be blown out 3 ways to Sunday.
I bet it hangs down there like a curtain of roast beef.
No. Wow. It's a sail with no wind.
A roast beef tube sock dripping with horseradish and Arby's sauce.
Oh,
you still have that video of you tossing the hot dog down the hallway? You should put that one up. That's
the Wicked Witch of the Yeast.
God, that's fucking savage.
I can't believe this. All different men. Could you imagine how many STIs are circulating in that DNA dispenser?
Oh,
don't even want to know.
I feel for those kids, man.
I feel for them too.
That's sad.
They probably all take care of each other because she's obviously way too busy going and getting hosed out.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
The money she receives barely covers the cost of raising and caring for the children. She receives a little money for each one, she says. She gets the equivalent of $76 for her eldest children and around $30.50 for the youngest ones. Yeah, you picked the wrong country to be a whore.
Yeah.
In other words.
You did.
So she gets a total of about $510 to care for her children. She receives help from a local church and neighbors, of course. You got to bleed them dry with charity. I got 19 kids to raise. Mm-hmm. Shut your fucking legs.
Go see a doctor and get that fixed.
I love this. Accusing the absent fathers as being irresponsible. You would think after father
3,
let alone 17, 18, and 19.
Yeah.
That you would figure out that just opening your legs doesn't secure you a spot at the boardroom table.
I don't think she knows the meaning of responsibility.
No.
Well, it's automatically assumed the guy bolted, where it's like maybe the guy does. A lot of times the guy may not know. They could be such a sewer that it's a one-time thing and you just don't know who the guy is.
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's some scary shit right there.
Yeah. And isn't it great how men always have to step up and take responsibility, but the woman with 20 kids from 20 dads, she's just a strong, empowered single mom.
She's a total victim in this whole thing.
Yeah.
And since this goes on generation to generation, I'm surprised she's not a grandma by now, given the fact that her oldest daughter's got to be over 18, right?
Well, if you grew up in this abject horror, being raised by a hooer, wouldn't you be like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want this for my life.
Yeah.
I will super glue my pussy hole shut until I am married.
You would think that, but I've seen it time and time again. The daughter's exactly like the mother, right?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
But
wrong.
we've seen these situations numerous times before, but seldom to this degree.
Well, I believe you covered a story where there was a woman in Baltimore that had 18 kids, and then she's on the news literally saying, somebody got to help me raise these kids.
I don't think it was 18. I think it was 8, period.
8. Wow, man.
And she had them all in like a motel room. Or
something. Yeah, that's it.
I had a position of one of the jobs, that I had that I've talked to you guys about, where people could like, and it ran the gamut on racism, but it was, often it wouldn't be uncommon for people to have 6 and 7 kids with 4 to 5 different fathers. And it's like you would go through that paperwork, and I mean, you feel for the kids because you do see that impact, and that has its own effect later on.
Oh, you ain't kidding, man. Ooh. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. It says last year, a single mom of 13 went viral after revealing she needed her 23-year-old daughter's help to buy a house for her brood. Veronica Merritt was tired of the crappy little house her family was forced to inhabit. You chose it, but couldn't afford a larger space due to being on a single income. So when the 37-year-old came across a large house on Craigslist, she was willing to do anything to get her family in it. Her eldest daughter pitched in $10,000 by combining her savings, tax return, and stimulus so that the family could purchase a house.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, if you got to lean that hard on your oldest because you're that drastically irresponsible with your reproductive freedom.
I mean, it would be different if the father got killed or something.
Yeah, but we know that didn't happen.
Yeah, we know that didn't happen.
No. They drive these men off.
Yep.
Or they kick them out just willy-nilly because I can do it myself. So gay.
So gay. So gay. Listen, when I was doing my research for the divorce stats, I went and sat in on a bunch of these court hearings. And I kept hearing over and over again, I just wish their father would show up. The pattern I saw was these women would drive the father off, and then 4 to 6 years later, they're like, I just want him to be in my children's lives. You fucking ejected him with the nuclear option.
Yep.
And then, 4 to 6 years later, you regret it, and then you're bitching about it in front of a judge. Fuck off. Right hell.
Saw it all the time in the military. All the
Yeah.
time.
What's the worst real life example that you guys have seen of a woman with so many kids, so many different baby daddies?
I remember running into a woman at Walmart who had 6 kids, and they were from, multiple fathers because you could tell by the different colors. It's like, great. Yeah.
She got a bag
of the rainbow.
I couldn't tell if one of those kids was a moon orbiting her because she was so fat.
That's no moon.
It's a space station. It's no moon. It's a child support check.
Probably named Pluto. Orbited that fat asteroid, walking around there buying more calories to get yet even fatter.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah.
The reason why we call them Womalos.
Yes.
They're Walmart buffaloes. All right. Listen, there are so many Womalos out there that Walmart actually has to purchase battery-operated scooters so these fat Tyrannosaurus rexitis bitches can drive in comfort from their car in the parking lot into the store to get yet more calories to pack onto their fat asses and then drive right back. I've seen them driving in these motor scooter things with 2 or 3 carts bungee corded together like a fucking free train of fatness, brought right back to the fucking van that had 2 kids in it that were waiting for fat mama to show up with yet more fat calories. And I'm sure those kids by now are also fucking fat because that was like 15 years ago. Fuck.
Well, that's why Walmart has rollback and not sales, because that's how they get back to their cars.
I'm just like, I remember seeing that, just going, oh my God. I literally watched this woman get out of her van, waddle like 3 steps, like, get on this thing, and then whoop, right in there. And I was in there shopping. I think I bought some tropical fish because they used to have a fish tank back there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like 40 minutes later, 50 minutes later, I'm walking back.
Not sure if I would trust Walmart seafood.
Well, I didn't eat it. It was for my pet fish.
Oh, okay.
And rolling out with the fucking 2 carts, bungee corded. I'm like, oh my God, they were stuffed. I'm like, holy shit, how much stuff?
And I guarantee you, at least half of that shit was paid for with taxpayer funds.
Yes.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm on disability. I'm sorry, but eating yourself into a fucking coma is not a disability.
No.
You have an addiction.
Yes.
And you need to treat it and stop because that's what they always lie. Oh, I have a thyroid issue.
Yeah, bullshit.
Oh, it's just genetics. We made a whole video called "Excuses for Being Fat."
Yes, we did.
Bottom line, you have a food addiction. Stop it.
Yes, and
like any addiction.
Yeah, it's just like anything else.
But you see it like when it goes down to you see the cycle. You can't help but project 30 years down the road of where this is going to go.
Oh yeah.
And then when you throw in all this like tax aspect of people that are going to be able to have to foot the bill, it's just like, and then you can't say shit.
Yeah, end of the empire shit, man. This only happens at the end of the empire, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's burning in fast.
It's going to be bad.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.